Let's relax with our junk journals. Hello and welcome to the treasured page. I'm Melanie and this is our quiet crafting space. Today I'm having a look at this lovely junk journal that I've been putting together, and this is to complete our summer journal, and this is how it's looking. So it's very lovely and squodgy and cozy, and I am just now trying to make some sort of a theme, a little bit of a theme in here, because we did have one this summer and it was cuisine and culture. And so I've got some images here that I'm going to pepper throughout the journal and see if we can breathe some life into the pages and make them treasured pages. So here I've got things that have been sent to me by the wonderful swap partners from the last 3 months, and this is for the organised swap set for the treasured page. So last time we were working on this, and these are the things that I have been sent, and then I'm piecing it all together from 3 different people, trying to bring it all together with my own flair, and now some of the images that I've got here that are available on my Ko-fi shop. So if you have a look at the link below, and if you would like to become a member and support the treasured page, there is the Cafe Bistro kit that is available for the members at the moment, and some of the images here you will see, but don't worry, there are some freebies available and I will be showing you some of that today as well. But we're all about making your papers work for you, and if you would like some extra inspiration, then you can certainly follow along with what I'm doing. But I'm here to give you some ideas and just be a little bit of company while you relax into your quiet space. Quiet meaning a place where you can switch off, you can just take an hour and allow your brain to relax, your body to relax, and just to have a go. Have a go at playing with papers. Now, in the last video I was playing around with jelly printing and I was making translucent paper, and I've been putting pink and gold together there, and I think that this works quite nicely with this little French paper that's been added in this signature from Alison. So I'm just playing around, seeing what will fit, what will work, and I've got these lovely Polaroid images here for journaling cards. So they are all depicting cafe bistros in various locations. Lovely cottage garden one there. And then that's some streets in a town, some cheeses and French bread, so we could be in France there. And then some lovely little cafes here. Now that looks like it could be in London or somewhere. We've got the water colour here running off the page. It reminds me that it's raining, and then that looks like somewhere more exotic, so we could be in Sicily or we could be, well, anywhere really, but it's wherever your imagination takes you on these lovely places. So there we go, there's some images there for you to find over on the Ko-fi shop, and all of this pile here as well. So there is plenty to be getting on with. If you were struggling with the theme of cuisine and culture, then there are some images here to help you. And there's some background papers, and there's some nice ephemera bits that you can make tags with, journaling cards, tucks and pockets and little things. This is the freebie that's available. These are journaling cards for you, bringing in the theme of coffee and cafe and spices and, you know, where things come from. And it's also going to work alongside the project that we're starting next month, which is going to be nature inspired, so you could use this freebie as well. And then when you cut the cards out, you get a nice little strip down the side there on both sides, so you can use those colours. Maybe you could punch out little circles and turn these into tags, and then if you want to print them out on another side, there's the image as well, but that is for the members. So that one was the freebie, and the members get both. And then members get this one as well, which is quite vibrant. We've got this coffee bean background, and then there's just some lovely places to go. It depends on the size of your journal, but they're going to look great. You could put pockets and tucks and just take yourself somewhere quiet with your journal and just sit and have a nice coffee or a tea or a soft drink of your choice. And then we've got spices to entice you in, and all those smells that would fill the streets. And yes, I'm sorry, this is probably not helping if anybody is watching what they're eating, but you know, we have a look at nature, don't we? And this is elderflower, and we can make all sorts of things from elderflower, flavourings of things, special botanical drinks. So there's lots of things, lots of cultural things that you can have that involve cuisine, and it doesn't always have to be unhealthy. Absolutely not. It's all there to be explored and find out what's going to work for you. Okay, so this is the tag that I was made, and it is a laminated piece here. And what I've been doing is I've been adding in the stickers that I've been sent, because I thought it would be really great to just sort of put them in there now, and then when I want to use them, I can peel them off from here, because it's just that. So if I want to now add this onto my envelope, potentially as an idea, I could do that. Not sure, but that's the idea. So that's how I'm using that. So it's just fun to fight with the sticky backings now, and then I don't have to do it later when I'm wanting to grab a sticker, and everything that is relating to this project is all in one place. Now they will just be easily peeled up because I can bend it and I can easily get at it. So I only fight with them once, and now I've got this. So that's a great use of any plastics that you've got. You can make yourself a sticker tag, as I've been sent here from Deborah. So I think that's great. I'm going to have that tucked in as a floating tag for now at the back there. And it can also live in the front because we made this pocket specially for it. And it is fun to have the sticker ephemera at hand. And then we're good to go. So we can have a look and see where we got to. Now I've got this page here, it's quite plain. And I've got this fun vellum here. So I'm just going to cut out some of these images, and that's another one of the backgrounds which is orientated that way. So that could also come there if we prefer that. That's quite nice. Or maybe the seating. I'm going to cut out what I want, and then we'll go from there, see what scraps we've got left. I quite like that garden cafe. I might print another one out. So we've got this, that's quite fun. Could round the corners if we want to. We can turn it into a nice skinny tag to come and live here. Maybe this could even become a belly band and have that tucked in there. That's quite a good idea, I think. So what I'm going to do is put some glue on here. This was the image that was printed upside down, and it does look slightly odd because I can see the chair there. So I'm just using my stick glue, and I'm going to glue on some writing paper. Alright, so this is off a writing pad, and on the other side it's plain, and I want to have the lines, so I'm putting this side to this side. Just going to put that down there. Okay, so that is now glued on. We've got some writing space there, and what I'm thinking is I'm going to fold this in, just fold that over, so we've got it like that. I'm going to trim off the bottom. Now I've got my full writing space, and I'm going to pull that over because I'd like to embellish that with something else. Alright, now I'm putting some ink around the edge. It's already got a darker edge where I've put a line there for you to cut on, but just where I've added that folded piece of paper around the back, I'm just adding a little bit of oxide ink, which is ground espresso. I thought that was really fitting because it looks like we might get a really good coffee from this cafe. So that definitely reminds me of England on a day like it is today, where it is a little bit overcast and we have had rain. So there we go, that is most definitely England. And what we've got here is this on the back, so you can pull that out and you've got a full writing sheet there, nice space. So we could decorate down there. We could add some stamping to maybe fit the theme. I'm going to cut out this lovely bowl of fruit here, which just gives a nice colour. Just ink around this. Now this image has been printed out on photo quality paper, so it has come out nice and bright. Okay, so we just want a bit of glue, enough to stick this down onto this paper here. So we're going to aim it in the middle. There we go. Can we see that? I have managed to get glue all down the outside, and then I've rubbed it, and then I've pulled up the paper for a bit of a distress ink look. And now if I come in with my distress ink, it's quite dark and it matches what's going over here, but I'm just thinking that I found this scrap of fabric, so I'm going to add it down the side there for more of a detail. Just hiding up my mistakes, really. That's all that junk journaling is. We make a few mistakes while we're having a play, and then we see how best to overcome them. It's all just about overcoming the little obstacles that we encounter, whether we have put them there ourselves by too much ink and too much glue, or whether we've got something a little bit more tricky to figure out in our lives. It's just nice to come and sit and play with the papers. They're not going to get upset if you make a mistake. They're just going to look better and more embellished and enhanced, and better ideas will come of it. So make mistakes, because we can fix mistakes and we can grow and learn and be better for it. So let's ink around and don't worry. Just see how it all turns out. Make it up as you go along. Just come along for the ride. Come along for the joy of the journaling, the junk journaling, playing with papers, playing with scraps, playing with old vintage finds, things that you have had for years and don't know what to do with it. But now it all becomes more intriguing to write a note about what was going on for you this week, and there's a special space in which to do it, and that inspiring bright bowl of fruit is there to help you along the way. Okay, so we could have some stamping up there, and certainly now we've got writing space, and that is just something that I will then look forward to writing in. And this is my tag, which is looking a little bit bleak compared to the back now. So how can we make this a bit more interesting? I've got these little images here. What could we have? Let's have something exciting. Now this is a lovely colour palette in here. It should work with most of the inks that we tend to go for, all the browns and some of the blues. That looks like something delicious in a teacup with a raspberry on the top. So how about that down the bottom as something that you could have at this cafe? Okay, I'm making a little tuck. I've just glued on two sides. So I've just glued on two sides. I'm making a tuck here, putting that down. Forgot to ink it, and I'll just do a bit of ink along there now. That doesn't matter. And that's quite fun. If you want a little label, you could even use that, and that would tell you exactly what all this was about. So we could, use that, or we can have a look at some stamps. So I've been given some stamps here, and perhaps put some stamps on here and embellish. Pick out some. I found this stamp, which is beautiful, and this is a picture of Emily Hobhouse. Now that says 1860 to 1926, and she was an anti-war campaigner in her time. So I think that it's lovely that she should come and live on here, because we've just sort of thought that this could be England, a little bit dreary. She can come and have a coffee and have a nice raspberry cake, because she did a lot for people in South Africa. And I've also got, and it says here peace, so I'm going to put that there because that's obviously all about this lady. Right, so I've got the stamps, and also I was sent some die cut labels, and this one was made out of tracing paper, and then I've put some coffee stain and it's gone crinkly, which is lovely, and I'm thinking I can put that there because we can still see the image through, and I can put a little bit of ink stamping on here just using my ground espresso, and then I can put the stamp on the top. So I'll just put a little suggestion of some writing there. That's perfect. Oh, and then that's going to come and live there. In just a moment, we'll just let that dry. I'm going to put my stamps down here as well. Now this is Emily Hobhouse. She was a very important lady and was a campaigner for anti-war, and she helped a lot of people in South Africa. She did a lot of good trying to campaign to make things right over there at the time when she lived, which was 1860 to 1926. So if you'd like to look up Emily Hobhouse, she did a lot for South Africa. So I'm going to add her down here because I'm sure she would love a nice cup of tea for all of her hard work and good things that she did. And I'm just putting this stamp down here, which is an Australian stamp, and it says peace. And then we've got one from Malta, and then this is an old stamp from Africa. And I'm putting that down because it's got that really lovely botanical plant, and we're just going to have that tucked in there. So now we've got some little pink tones coming through. I'm thinking I'd better tuck that in there. All right, and now I just want to put some glue onto this tracing paper label. Add that up there. It's quite fun if it peels up a bit. Just going to look more texture, more depth, look a bit interesting, and then we're going to have this lady. Fun to have a little play with some vintage stamps. I'm just going to add her in there, slightly off centre, little angle there. I think we'll put some tag corners on here. Okay, I'm just putting a tag corner on here, just a small one, like that. There we go. I've got a bit of washi tape sticking to itself, so I'm just going to put a little bit up here. And then from this scrap down the bottom, I'm just going to use my circle punch, which is 1/2 inch, and I'm just going to take that colour there. Oh, it's got green on the back. That's even nicer. Ink around my edges again. And then just put a dot in the middle where I want to punch my hole. And I'm just using the crocodile here. Punch out a hole. I'm adding in an antique brass coloured darker eyelet, like that. Great. Just a little bit of text down here, and gives a sense of what we're supposed to be doing, which is putting some writing down. There we go, and then a little bit up there as well. And then if I want to do any pictures or anything, but I've got plenty of space there to write what I want to and explain what all this was about. So that's fun. That's a really cool little journaling card. That's my journaling done for the day. I feel like I should have something there just to tie this all off. I'm going to mirror the lace that I'm seeing on that lady. I've got something here that might work. See what we want to have in here, whether this lace will fit the theme. We'll just have that, and I'm just putting this little bit of paper up there feel like when you go to a cafe, lots of serious business took places in cafes and little places like this. I'm going to also reduce some of this washi tape up here. Just going to tear that back a bit now. Tear that back a bit. And then put in some ink with this grunge bit up the top here. And then a little bit of raggedy fabric up there as well, just for a chunky intrigue of embellishment. And then we've still got a little tuck there, which is quite nice. So we'll just put in some ink. And I'm just gluing the top of this lace together here so that I don't tie a knot and cause quite a bulk in the journal. I just need this to sit straight, so we're just going to put those together, pinch them and hold them for a little bit, let that set. And that is all I'm doing for this. And now with this paper clip and the remainder of a little snippet of this fabric, which tied in at the back here, I'm just pushing that through the paper clip and pulling it up to make a little tab, and then add a bit of glue so that is all glued in. Cut that bit off, fray the fabric a bit. Then I've also got a little bit of sari silk here, so I'm just going to open that bit up, tear just a fragment so I get it all frayed like that, and then put that up here as well. Little bit of glue. Just make that ever so slightly shorter, just fray the top of it, and that's what we've got. So this was my little tag idea for today, just using up the stamps that I've been sent from Jeanette and then adding that to the back, so we've got it looking like this. And then here I'm going to put it over the top of this shorter page, and look how it sits nicely with the colours on that. So bringing in those orange peach tones, and it all looks a little bit more mint and fruity and intriguing. And I've got the lace coming out the top, so we turn that back and then we just slide the paper clip on there, and that links the colours all together. And you can see that out the side then, and it acts as a little page finder. Okay, so now we can find our page, and there we go. That is a tag, all looking rather grungy and cool, which uses the vintage finds that I've been sent. We have showcased a little stamp there, but it is a very important person, and in the backdrop there looks very much like it could be in England, and this is where this lady is from, Emily Hobhouse. So that is a tag for that particular part of the journal. And then when we've got it over here, this is how it leads on. And then I'm going to do something with this, which is going to link it in over there. I'm going to cut these out. Now I've got these little envelopes that I found. I've had them in my stash for ages, and I've also have these tags that I'm keeping inside to be able to write notes, journaling space. So what I want to do is I want to decorate them with these. I'm going to stick them on and then trim down the excess, and that's how that's going to look. Okay, so I've inked around everything, front and back, and now I'm going to glue down my cards on top to embellish these coin pockets or little jewellery pouches, little fun brown envelopes anyway. Okay. Okay, so that's how it's going to look in the journal. We've now got lots of options. We can either glue them down on 3 sides so that they can become tucks that we can put our tickets in behind, tags or tickets or anything we want. They can go in there, and they can even pop out of the journal and look like that. You can have things dangling off of them, different fabrics and things, so that could work like that. You could have them stuck on all 3 sides this way so that you've got top loading or side loading. But what these will allow you to do, because they've got the envelope flap there, is they could flip out, and then there's more decoration surface there for some more fun. And then from here we can have the tags going in here. They will pop in there, and then a thumb hole would finish that off. So when these are set down, we then want something else to come in and hide that and become a tuck. A little bit of ink on there. And then the last one's coming in here. This is it on the other side, so that has become a little hinge piece. We can just glue that down. Okay, I have just added some glue on 3 sides to create a tuck here. Sticking this bar down, and then on the other side here are our flip overs. Ta-da! So that is staying there. And then we've got a tuck here, we've got pockets here, there's little cards here that was sent to me by Jeanette. I have put some tea stain on them, so they're very subtle, but they have been tea stained, so they can be written on or embellished. They can live in there. I've also got these as well, so they could also live in there, but I'm thinking I will save those for something else. We'll leave the cards in there, and then from here I can choose this as writing space. So we've got writing space there, and a tuck point there. Excuse my inky fingers. I was just putting some ink on these cards that I've been sent. So we've got playing cards, which I think could come and decorate here. So playing games with cards is very much an after dinner game or something involving a party in the past, and often people take packs of cards when they're waiting for their meal. So I think that the cards are really great, and they could come and live there. These could also be flips, so they could then flip up and hide the journaling. So there's that idea as well. I'm going to put washi tape down there. Obviously washi tape can be removed, and we'll keep that little idea as a flip, so we can have that, and then more, and then this could even be embellished there as well. So we'll keep that there just for now. I'll put the cards in here, and then if we want even more journaling space, we can add journaling cards there. So that is the spread. I think that works really well. It's just pinned onto that vellum, and then that leads us over here really nicely onto this next page where I've put this envelope that I've made, and then I want to tackle this, and then this, and then this, and then this. So it's really fun. It's really fun once you get into it. And I was sent some doilies from Jeanette, and this one has been coffee stained, so I'm just going to wrap it around the page here, I think. Okay, so I've now got journaling space here, and I can hide things behind here if I want to. I can glue some of this down, maybe glue some of it there, and then that can be a permanent fixture. I'm not gluing anything down permanently at the moment while I'm still working out where I want things, but I've got this envelope here, and then I can put things in there. So that was a piece of my wax paper that I have embossed and put gold on, so we're going to keep that in there for now, and I'll put a paper clip on here. And then I think I'd like to embellish up here. So I'm going to use this sticker now from this idea of a dashboard to keep everything easy to peel. I'm just going to add that there now. And to remove some of the shine, because it is a plastic sticker, I'm just going to put over a little bit of matte medium. Just let that blend in. Okay, and I'm just adding in this little daisy trim. That's really cute. So I think that's all I've got time for today. I shall tackle that page next. Okay, so we've managed to create this fun tag with the fold out piece here and the matching paper clip, and then when you take that off you've got writing space, and that has attached itself to vellum, which is quite sturdy, and then we've of course got that to come away and be moved around the journal as well if need be. So it was lovely that that all tied in with the colours, and I've enjoyed putting that together. I hope that you've found some fun and value here, being able to look over my shoulder as we come up with some ideas and see what is going to work out and what we like, whether we want to have the playing cards going all the way down with flips or whether we leave it plain. Everything adds extra bulk, so it's fun to just put the ideas in place with paper clips until you're ready to commit, and then just playing around with some ideas using jelly prints and making them into envelopes. So I'm not sure if I fully showed you that, but there we go. And I just used a template from an envelope that I had already. I just opened it out and copied it. So that was easily done. Thank you very much for watching. So I hope you'll join me next time as I finish off this journal and get ready for our next project coming up on the 1st of October. Thank you so much for watching. Do please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more of the videos. And above everything else, just slow down and make crafting time for you. Bye bye now.